Yes, I know, folks, before you say anything, I'm in my relaxing gear again. Well, she's not in this year, so she can't say anything. She doesn't know. I'll get changed before she comes back, don't worry. Right, I've given a few horses that I'm going to be betting this week over the first couple of days of ASCOT. I did bet them, and I was a few quid in front. I mentioned a few today, but didn't put any up as such, although I recommended 3 in the last. 2 came place, but I didn't do a profit loss on them because I wasn't going to bet them. I didn't in the end, even though they both placed. So day 1, 12 points up. Day 2, 6 points up. Day 3 did nothing. Day 4, I'm going to give some. It's late now. The first race is already gone. The second race is almost starting. I've got 3 at considerable prices, really big prices. And I'm only naming them because I think the prices are too big. Do you know what? I'm that late. I've been getting me ITV7 plays, but I was on now for about 3 hours. I don't know why I bothered. I've put 3 on. They've all gone down. Why I didn't have the Burke horse in any one of them is beyond me. I always have the Cal Burt one. But I think the first horse he had out this week, which he told us was his best chance this week, didn't run up to form. So the draw on his one today made me think to myself, no, I won't bother with it. I always put the Burke two-year-olds in. Didn't today. Silly me. Right, I've got 3, as I say. I've not even looked how many places Sky are doing. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to settle them on Sky Bet Places and Sky Bet SP. That's if they're coming out. They probably won't. They're all massive, massive prices. They're between about 50 and 66 to 1. I've also got some other horses that I fancy in certain races at 10 to 1 or above, but I'm not going to bother doing them. I'm only looking at horses 20 to 1 and above this week. Right, in the 305, it's got to run well past its previous form. But if Sky are giving 5 or 6 places, and they might be, there's a lot of runs in the field, I've not seen how many places yet, I would probably look at, for a very, 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 very small wager, Soldier's Heart. I think it's a Crisford horse. It might be about 33s, 40s, even 50s. I don't know. I'm not giving that up as a tip, if you like. This is the first one I'm going to give up in the next race, in the 340. Again, the price is just too big. Kevin Blake says it's a really poor draw. But I like the price, I like the stable, I like the jockey of Satin. Last time I looked, Satin was 66s. It's been between 50s and 66s today. So that's one that's going to be profit and loss later. I'll let you know how we're doing that one. In the 420, I've got 2. One I'm going to mention and one I'm going to do in the profit and loss. The one I'm going to mention is Chantilly Lace. If they're paying 4 places, I think it could get in the 4, and I think it's going to be anything from about 9 to 12 to 1. But that isn't the 20 to 1 or above. So I've got to look at 120 to 1 or above. That brings me into my second massively priced horse. It's Simmering. Is it Crisford again? I think it is. He's got 2 in there. This one on Satin. It might not be Crisford. Anyway, it doesn't matter who it is. I think it's a stable companion of the one that I just said. Which one did I just say? Is it Flight? I think it's Flight. Is it Crisford? Let me have a look. Come on, do your job. I've not wrote it all down, you see. Where is it? Come on. Sangster, isn't it? Sangster, Flight, yes. Sorry about that. I do apologise. You see, I'm not very professional, but then again, I don't profess to be. Yes, last time I looked, similar in anything between 50 and 66 to 1. Flight's half that price because Hashim Murphy's on. All I will say is, if Hashim Murphy got off Flight and onto Simmering, what price would Simmering be? For me, it's just much, much, much too big. And if they're giving at least 4 places, and I think they will give 4, it could just sneak in. I'm not saying it will, but it could. Could be first 4, it could be last. Right, what else have we got? In the 5 o'clock, I'll give you 2 that I fancy, but the prices aren't big enough. I love it as a horse, Betty Clover, I love it. Last time I looked 8 to 1, that's not going down. And also Silver Ghost. They're 2 I'd be looking at. But the one I fancy at a better price, but I don't like the draw, it's got an awful draw, is Never Let Go. With my mate Kieran Schumacher on there. If you look at his last 2 races, it's run on really well in them both. Got in loads and loads of trouble. I think it'll be running on late and it could outrun its odds. The only downside is I think it's drawn about number 3. And this week has told us that's not where you want to be drawn. Right, and then in the 610. In the 610, I've got 3 I'll mention to you, but only 1's going on there. I'll give you the 3 I've mentioned first. I quite fancy More Lamb just to run a place. Its draw is awful. Again, 3 or 4, so it'd be a good price. It's not going on there. There's two others I half fancy to maybe get in the money or be close to the money. But draws not as awful as Moorland, but not good draws, so I'm not looking at them. One is Ring of Light, and one is Bodie Bear. Those are two horses that I had to be ITV 7 place, but which has already gone down, so it matters not now. But the one I'm giving up, the one I fancy, and I don't think it's got a bad draw, but not brilliant. I think it's like 20 of the 30, is one called Ruby's Profit. I think it's Dr. Newland's Ruby's Profit. And again, it's my good friend, Kieran Schumacher. I think he could be close to getting the money in two big handicaps today. So that's what I'm putting up there. Satin in the 340, Simmering in the 420, Never Let Go in the 5 o'clock, and Ruby's Profit in the 610. I'm hoping Satin or Simmering make the money, because if they do, that'll cover all my bets. I'm doing 1 point each way in them all, so there's 8 points being staked. Remember, I'm 12 and 6. I'm 18 points up. I'm staking 8 points of it. 10 points of the bookies money left for tomorrow, ASCOT Day 5. I'm doing my brains in. My ITV 7 play spots have gone down. I've put nothing else on. I'm now going to go and have a look at the rest of the races and see what I can bet to hopefully win some of my money back. Although knowing me, I'll give even more to the bookies. See you later.